Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So I got a couple things to share with you today. So forgive me, and normally I try to post a video every couple days, but this week in particular has been a little busier at work. So I say at work, but the company that I'm working for is full up working from home, much like many Fortune 500s and larger companies out here in the Seattle area. So I've been doing that, and although there's goodness to it and there's absolutely badness to it, but I won't open up that can of worms with you guys. But the goodness is I've been able to obviously shoot a lot more videos and share with you guys a little bit more. But more importantly, I got a lot more time to spend with my family and the kiddos. So it has been definitely a blessing in disguise in that regard, working from home. But one thing I wanted to share with you is, we'll start with this first. I am an even bigger advocate for having window tint. So about a week and a half ago now, my wife, it was a typical week. She met up with one of her friends at a children's park. And this park in particular, just to kind of set the stage for you, is right next to a preschool of all places, okay? Out here, north of Seattle, about 25 minutes. And so it's not in the heart of Seattle, let me make that clear. But she and her friend met up there. They were like one of 4 people at this little kids park. So it was like super empty and vacant this day. And they finished up playing at the park with the kiddos and her kiddos. And as they're walking to their vehicles, she was like, "Is my window bashed open?" My wife's friend. And she was like, "That's what it looks like." So they got to the back windows in her vehicle were completely bashed in, and her purse. Unfortunately she had left her purse in it by mistake, and not thinking obviously that anybody was going to be coming to a children's park to bust into a vehicle. But somebody did end up stealing her purse, and of course her wallet and all of her valuables and money. She even had a gun in it too. So of course they filed a police report, but this vehicle was just one space over from her vehicle and totally untouched. In this, my wife, she just so happened to have not her purse, but we got our children's little TV pads, right, where they can just watch cartoons and stuff in the car. So they look like, if you were to look in there and actually get an eye on it, it would look as though you got a couple iPads in there. That's pretty much what they look like. But by the fact that this had such dark tint on it, that's at least what I'm chalking it up to. The fact that it has such dark tint, you really gotta get up close and personal and really stare into it in order to actually see into it. This is 20% tint on the sides, as you guys know, then 5% only in the rear glass. I'll try to show you. It's kind of tight right here. So 5% on that window there. But I am a firm believer that, because you can kind of see, you can't see through there, right? Well, you can, kind of up here. But keep in mind, there's normally no tint on the front glass, but you normally have stained glass in the rear. So notice how you cannot see through the rear on the back doors here. Same with back here, of course. But because of the window tint, we were able to avoid having that being a victim that day of theft, petty theft, whatever. So super grateful for that. Of course, it sucks for my wife's friend, and we did whatever we could do to help her out, file the police report and all that. But still, a crummy way to start off your day, and that's what happened about a week and a half ago. So all that to say, I do recommend you get window tint, especially if you're going to be parking in any sketchy areas. It just takes an additional effort to look into your vehicle when you have stuff like this. And technically speaking, I think, this is below most states' quote-unquote legal limit. You do run the risk of a police officer pulling you over and giving you a ticket for it. I'm very fortunate, maybe lucky, that has not been the case ever. And I've always had 20% tint. I think it takes it takes a bored police officer to pull you over and try to nail you for that. And I think you have to be doing something else wrong, or speeding or something, for them to maybe add that on. And that's just my personal opinion, but we'll leave it there. So we'll wrap that up there. So the other and more important news, I should say, at this point is I have already put a deposit on another vehicle. and no, I'm not going to be getting it anytime soon. I actually bought it from a dealership out in Maryland. I shouldn't say bought it, placed a deposit on it at this point. So I'm waiting to, get into our house. We would close here at the end of the month on our house. So get into the house, get fully closed on the home loan and all that stuff, and before we actually move in, before we actually get another vehicle. So the deposit is there. We secured the vehicle. The dealership is great about it. Great price tag too. And of course, all those details are coming. But I just felt like I had to let you know. I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys a hint. It is one of these following vehicles. So it was either a Ram TRX, okay, Launch Edition in particular, or a 2014 FJ Cruiser Trail Teams Ultimate Edition, Cavalry Blue, if I can say it right. Those are only in 2014. Can you get the Ultimate Edition, limited to 2,500, of course. And the third option is, I'm not going to say exactly which one, but a Lunar Rock TRD Pro variant. So one of those three options, I guess 3+ with the TRD Pro variant, is what we placed a deposit for. So I'll kind of let you guys comment what you think I ended up pursuing here, and we'll kind of go from there. But at any rate, I just wanted to share that news with you. Again, apologize I haven't been as active this last week, but if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Appreciate you watching as always. Till next time.